Attention, attention. Are you tired of expensive, low-quality web service providers? And are you looking for stunning, amazing, high-quality websites and want your website rank on first page of Google? तो आपकी तलाश खत्म होती है यहाँ. Please contact People Inc. on 510-449-9049, 510-449-9049, or visit them at www.beerbulls.com. Beerbulls Inc. offers award-winning custom-built websites, web and mobile application development, and internet marketing services. So contact कीजिए Beerbull Inc. को 510-449-9049. आपको satisfy करना और hard work करना यही Beerbull Inc. का मकसद है.
The new novel, The Immigration Lawyer Asylum, has something for everyone: drama and romance. The story is inspired by a true story about a man from Iraq who is a suspected terrorist and wrongfully held by the U.S. immigration. The story is centered on the immigration lawyer, Sarah, who handles the case and describes the entire immigration process to obtain his freedom. The story goes in great depth on filing immigration petitions. If you're a reader who wants to curl up with a book about immigration matters and human rights, visit Amazon.com to buy. Visit www.splgpc.com. Call 510-742-5887.
You came over to provide for your family, to give your kids a bright future. However, an immigrant faces certain parallels while trying to achieve the American dream. The Shah Peerally Law Group PC is here to be a friend on your side. Whether you're dealing with an H-1B visa or trying to become a citizen, no matter the issue, the Shah Peerally Law Group PC can help. Their diverse, multilingual staff offer a systematic, responsive, team-oriented approach to give you the best effective and exceptional quality service you deserve in your time of need. The Shah Peerally Law Group PC has not only made a name for excellence and dedication, but is also renowned for its compassion and social work, including pro bono workshops, awareness campaigns, human and civil rights advocacy. Please call 510-742-5887 to set up an appointment for a consultation. Don't wait. The members of the Shah Peerally Law Group PC are ready to work for you. That's 510-742-5887. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship has been established. The law firm does not guarantee success.
If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Peerally can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
Check out the Shah Peerally Law Show every Monday at noon and every Thursday at 10 a.m., where Shah will discuss various immigration topics, provide news on immigration, and take your phone calls live. Only on Daisy 1170 a.m.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Assalamualaikum, Sastika, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, and today I have on the board with me Liz, and thank you very much, Lisa, for being on the board with me today. And I am going to, of course, talk about immigration law and debt settlement. But before I begin, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to let you know everything I expresses today is my opinion only, and then also you should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office, 510-742-5887, and the number to the website to check, splgpc.com, splgpc.com. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about the H4 because I've been getting a lot of calls, how to file, where to file, and things like that. But so far, there's a lawsuit going on, but that lawsuit has not culminated. So we are hoping everything is going as planned, and May 26 people will be able to file. But the only thing we're not seeing, basically, the USCIS is supposed to amend the I-765 form, or at least the instructions. We have put on one of our websites it's called H4TOEAD, H4TOEAD.com, where we have put a draft what was published by the USCIS of the new form, the instructions only of the I-765, how to file for the EAD. But it's a little bit complicated if you don't know how the system works. So we always recommend that you hire a lawyer to do it, and our law firm are accepting cases on the H4. So if you need help, give us a call. But one of the things that they are saying, of course, is that they will accept concurrent filing. That means you can file for your H4 and your extension and your EAD at the same time. And plus also, of course, it's going to be based on either an I-140 is approved, or you have an extension based on the 6-year AC-21. So let us know if you need help on this, and you can check on that. The instructions is pretty much self-explanatory. Only problem is just a draft, so it's not the final one. So we cannot really rely on that right now, but we can at least get an idea what they will be expecting, and we hope that will be helpful. If you go on the website, you will see it. It's h4toead.com, h4toead.com. And, of course, our main website, you have SPLGPC, which covers different topics, but this one covers only the H4 and the EAD that is attached to it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll still be opening the lines. If you have any questions, it doesn't have to be on H4 issues. You can call the number to the studio, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. You can call on any questions regarding H-1B, labor certification, EB-1, national interest waiver, adjustment of status, family petitions, you name it. Whatever I can help you, I will be glad to help you. But again, since we started based on the I-765 for the H-4 EAD, and I know a lot of people are expecting to get more details, we have tried to put as much information as possible so that people can try to do those cases on their own. But unfortunately, as we go and as we see, it is going to be a little bit tricky matter, not complicated, because hopefully in a couple of months it will be more smooth. But right now, since it's new and everybody wants to jump on it, you need to make sure it's done properly, because by the time they receive your application and it gets rejected, it's not worth it. And even we lawyers, a lot of us are trying to figure this out. But the fact that I've been involved very much with the H4 EAD since its inception, kind of, I know a little bit more we know a little bit more better than most out there, because we were involved into it. But that doesn't mean we know it all. And we have some issues, and we hope we will be able to help people. Call us at the office, 510-742-5887. Let me take one caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
My brother is a green card holder, and he got married in India. And what's the better way of applying for his spouse? Is from India or from here, from States? And how long the process take for a green card holder?
Okay, technically, if he's a green card holder, the best is to come here and apply, because I don't think they might not accept the applications right there at the U.S. consulate. They usually accept those applications when there's an emergency. And the timing is between 1 year to 2 years right now for people who have a green card applying for their spouse. So the best is when he comes here, he can apply, and if you need help, you can give us a call. We'll be glad to help you on that, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yes. Sir, good morning. My name is Sai Karthik. I'm calling from Cupertino. And, sir, PERM was filed in October 2014. And 1 week back, I received information saying that the PERM has gone into an audit. And my 6-year H-1B term comes to an end on July 1st week. So hence, I am now planning to go back to India. Sir, but could you please let me know as to what is the scenario as to when I can expect the PERM to be approved by the Department of Labor and Processors?
Well, it all depends on the audit. If it is a random audit, it goes pretty fast. But if it is a detailed audit, you can wait up to sometimes 1 year and above. So usually the average is between 3 months to 1.5 years. In your case, right now, you have a situation you might have to leave to be able to complete the 1 year and then use that pending audit 365 days and do an extension. It's going to be very tricky. You might have to, if your wife is on H1, you might be able to shift on H4, but you need to do things fast.
Okay. And actually, my PERM was filed less than 1 year of my end of H1B validity. So they filed the PERM with just 6 months left.
Yeah, this is the thing. There is a concept that if you file it less than 1 year, then technically you have to have an I-140 approved. Otherwise, you cannot get the extension. But yeah, it is true. But I've seen people getting it, and even based as long as you have that pending AC-21. But the rule of 1 year usually is the rule that if you don't have 1 year, how can you get 1 year? That's basically where they bring that rule. But people can always capture 1 year because you can always leave the country and come back or move on H4. So it is a 50-50 chance usually when you file those. But in your case right now, you don't have much of a choice. Either you shift to H4 or you leave the country, because anyway you will have to bring it to that 1 year. At least keep some time left on this present H1B so that you can attach it. If the I-140 gets approved and the labor gets approved and the I-140 gets approved, you're safe. Otherwise, you will have to try under 365 days. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends how it is prepared. So it's very hard to tell. I've done it before, it worked, but I've done it one time too, it didn't work. So it's kind of it's kind of luck also on the case how it is prepared, and if we can show you that, he left and he recaptured the time and things like that. So it's very hard to tell right now, but you will have to leave or go on H4. There's no other options at this point. Okay?
Yes. Yes. So one second question. And sir, when can I come back on an L1 or an fresh H1? Is there any cooling period?
No, you will have to first get the extension, then you come back.
Okay. So the same is the case for a fresh H1, sir? Suppose if the company files a...
If you want to do fresh H1, then you have to leave and then wait 1 year, and then I don't think you will reach 1 year by April 1st next year. So you probably have to wait another 1.5 years. So it's not... It might not be a good idea. The best is to count on your present labor right now. This is very tricky. It's very hard to... that's the unfortunate part when companies wait the last minute to file the labor, and that's why I tell people file your labor. Even if you don't use it, at least one company keeps your I-140, you can use it with another company. But you will come back only when you get an extension, even for 1 year or 3 years, whichever you get, then you can come back. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, my name is Rumit. So I have a question. So I have a 140 approved, and if I apply EAD now, and let's say I switch the employer, and my current employer does not withdraw my current I-140, so will the EAD expire?
Okay, which EAD? You're talking for your? What, are you talking about your wife's EAD, right?
Yes, H4EAD.
Okay, H4ED. Yeah, for your wife. No, as long as the I-140 is there, if you look at the instructions, they didn't say I-140 has to be with the same company. It's the same rule for AC-21. If you want to do an extension, as long as you have one I-140 approved, you can use it with different companies. No, you don't have to reapply as long as you have that I-140. But be careful because oftentimes when you leave companies, they tend to cancel it. Big companies don't, but small companies do. So make sure you before you make a move, talk to the company lawyer won't tell you, but talk to a lawyer. You can give us a call. I can analyze it. But make sure if you're depending on that I-140, you keep it alive, okay?
Okay, right. So it's just the form that we have to do it again. If the I-140 is not withdrawn by a previous employer, it's still valid for the new employer.
Yes. Okay. This is what they told us so far, and hopefully it will be the same, okay? Let me take another caller. Good luck to you. And if you need help, give me a call, 510-742-5887. We can help you on the H4EAD application. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yes, sir. My name is Kulavendra Singh. I filed my brother and sister's petition December 2004. How long it can take more?
Brothers and sisters taking between 12 years to 15 years. So 2004, it should be coming soon. You can check this online. There's something called Visa Bulletin, and you just go in the category. Every month they change it, and I will try to find it right now and give you the dates, but in a few minutes. But the thing is just like it goes by the Visa Bulletin, and usually it takes 10 years to 12 years. To get an what we call for it to reach at least the what we call the visa center. So this is where hold on a second, I'm just checking that for you. F4 category right now for India they're processing August 2002. So you're around two and a half years behind. Okay?
Okay.
So another two and a half years, okay?
Perfect.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You are live in here.
Hi, my name is Daksha, and my priority date is EB2 India, November 2010. I just wanted to know the way Visa Bulletin moves, actually priority date moves these days. So is there any chance to get it current this year?
What are you right now? You said October 2010?
Yeah, November 2010.
Okay. From my pronostic, from my calculation, and I might be wrong, so don't count on me 100%, but I'm thinking by December of this year, it will reach probably December 2010. But I might be wrong, because last time when it stopped in 2010, it stopped on May. So I'm hoping it will capture the rest of the year by this end of this year. But I might be wrong, but definitely it's going to move forward soon. But I don't know if it will reach November, because last time when they gave the cutoff, when it reached 2010, it reached to May. So that means all the people probably cleared till May. So now the other people that came after that, hopefully they will be covered. But of course, there are some cases that was stuck in the maybe audit and things like that. Those are the one who's going to recapture this time. But I'm hoping it will be by this end of this year. It will reach 2010, December 2010. But I might be wrong, so it's just kind of a guess. Okay?
I was just trying to know your prediction. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let's hope I get it right. I pretty much get it right most of the time, but few times I get it wrong and people get upset. So that's why I don't give too much
I understand that it's UCICS, so there's no control over, anyone doesn't have control on.
Yeah, but one thing I just wanted to clear for you, for people who don't know how the system works, that visa number is not issued by the Department of Homeland Security. That means USCIS themselves, they don't have control. The people who have control over it is the State Department. That's why there's a disconnect, because the USCIS themselves, they already did their work and they want things to get cleared. But until the State Department gives them the go, because this is a totally different department, but it's good you brought it up so that people understand it. That's why you see all this disconnect.
Yeah, I never knew that. This is a good piece of information. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is why you have this problem. There's a disconnect between the two departments, kind of. But again, this is a system. It's been there. We are hoping, and by the way, we have a petition online on change.org, we are trying to do the same that we did for H4 to push Obama to kind of reduce the time. So please sign it and then have your friends sign it. If you go on change.org, just type reduce EB time for India. It will come up, and please sign it because more signatures we get, we might be able to influence them to push those cases. Okay? Okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. I have a question on change of employment. So if I'm currently on H1 and filed 485 because my priority date is Jan 2010. In 2012, we became current. So I have an EAD also, EAD AP through the 485 filing. I recently received a family-based conditional green card, and I'm planning to change employment. So what does my old employer have to do? Anything, send a letter to USCIS, or does he have to do anything to revoke my H1 and any follow-up action that the old employer needs to do?
Okay, the old employer, okay, let me get the facts right. You have an I-140 approved, and adjustment of status was filed. When was your adjustment of status filed?
2012.
2012. So 180 days has passed, I-140 is approved, and you're moving to a same or similar position or a different kind of position?
No, I have received a family-based green card, so I'm changing my job based on my new green card.
Oh, you got a green card already, right?
Yeah, family-based, yeah. So when I'm changing, does my old employer have to send any letters to USCIS to cancel my old H1 or old I-140, like any follow-up?
Okay, once you get a green card, all this gets canceled automatically.
Oh, okay.
They don't have to write anything. It's just your green card. Now you can work whatever you want. You can stop working too. So no, it doesn't have to do anything. Just make sure that there was no fraud or anything from the employer or something. So you don't have to inform them. They pretty much consolidate everything when you get the green card. Unless they make a mistake, you can always correct. But once you get the green card, congratulations, and you don't have to worry about all this. Just maintain your green card, okay?
Okay, sure. Okay? They printed my name wrong on the card, so.
So you go ahead. This one is on you. You need to write to them and show them that when they send you the green card, they send you a form usually in the back. I don't know if they still do it. You can just return it and tell them to correct the green card name and make sure they correct it. You can do that, okay? There's a form. You can just send them and let them know. If the mistake is yours, then they don't they charge you. If the mistake is theirs, then they won't charge you.
Yeah,
okay?
I was planning to wait for the condition removal because if I apply for change of name correction, it usually takes 9 months.
Yeah, you can do that. You can just do it on you get a conditional green card. Yeah, so then when you do the I-751, you just go ahead and do that. And good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
bye.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we have more callers right now, but the lines are open. You can call 408-912-5565. We've got some very interesting questions today on all the aspects, including merging of immigration, employment-based and family-based. And also, I was able to get a chance to explain how the visa bulletin works a little bit. And the news is that the H4 visa EAD is coming soon. Hopefully, everybody who can apply needs help. Please give us a call, 510-742-5887. We have a special website for the H4 EADs called h42ead.com, h4toead.com. And also, I was talking a little bit about the instructions, how to file it. Many people are getting confused because that form itself is not kind of ready completely. So let us help you. We will be more than glad to help you. A lot of people have signed up with us to help them. And the reason for that, they know they are in good hands with us. So it doesn't mean you cannot do it on your own, but it is a little bit tricky because it's new and nobody really knows as much. We know a little bit. I know a little bit because I've been working on this for years now. Even before it came, we kind of pushed for it. That's why in the same rule we push is what they gave us. So I'm relying on my knowledge from the past and new knowledge. But, of course, there will be glitches. So if you need help, please give us a call, 510-742-5887. I have a few callers. Let me take the callers. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, we have green cards from past 3 years, and I overheard somewhere that once the kids turn 14, then you need to do something about their green cards. Is that true?
Well, the kids are 14, usually you have to fingerprint them and kind of get the new green card. But it all depends on when you got it. Sometimes they already do that. But technically, yeah, you have to inform them and they will fingerprint them. Because before that, they usually don't fingerprint kids. So, yeah, you might want to contact them and have them fingerprinted. That's all you have to do.
So we should do it just by ourselves because we did not hear anything like that.
Yeah, you have to do it on your own. They won't come back to you, or later when you file for renewal or something. But you can do it on your own. You can just give them a call, 1-800, and let them know. Because I think this is an old system. Now they don't really do it. I'm not so sure, because I never had really a situation like that. But I know there is something about fingerprints. So just make sure, give them a call on the 800 number. They will guide you, okay?
Okay, and one more question. My friend told me since I was calling, she asked me that they have something about the debt settlement dispute going on.
Yes. So
it's a small amount, like I think it's $150, and it's a medical bill that they did not pay for $150. Now it went to the collectors, and they are saying that they'll put in the dispute. Now, would that really matters because they said it's not their fault, they don't want to pay?
It won't affect their green card if that's a problem, but it will affect their credit. So if I were them, if it is a small amount, it's better to settle it and pay them, make a deal with them, just pay them the $150 because the cost of hiring someone to do it will be more expensive. So get it clear because later on it will stay on the credit and hurt them. So it won't affect immigration in any way, but it will affect them on their credit down the road to buy a house or buy something, okay?
Thank you so much, Shaw. You are very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to our show and tell your friends. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yeah, I have a question regarding a couple of questions. If somebody comes on a visitor visa and we go outside the country, say to Canada, so while coming back, will they have a problem or will they just get a new I-94 date?
Yeah, they won't get a new I-94 date. Usually what they will do, they will revalidate the same I-94 now. That's what they're doing. I've seen cases where, let's say you are left with only 1 month, then they might be giving you another 3 months. But oftentimes, let's say you come here, you got 6 months, and you left after 2 months, you go to visit in Canada, you come back, they will probably give you another 4 months just until the I-94. They just revalidate the same I-94. That's what I've been seeing. But for cases where now there's a problem, many people, what they do, they will reach close to the end and they will go to Canada and come back just to get a new I-94. Yeah, most of the time for elder people, they give it. But for younger people, oftentimes they will say, what are you doing coming back here? You were just here, and then they give you a hard time. It's a case-by-case basis. But technically, they will revalidate if there's time on the I-94. If not, if they are agreeing to let you in, they will give you a new I-94. Okay?
Okay. Well, another question, another case is like, say, somebody comes on a student visa, and then what if they, they are not allowed to work, obviously, but then say if they don't, they enroll and now they don't they want to change a stream, they want to change a college or something, is that allowed? Do they allow you to change visa?
You don't change visa. You change the school. You just move the I-20.
Change the school, okay.
Yeah, you just go and contact the next school. The school will do it for you. You don't need a lawyer. But if you're changing to another visa, for example, H1 and everything, then you need to do a change of status. That's different. But otherwise, but make sure they maintain their I-20 on the previous school. They maintain their classes, etc. Once they finish, then you can just ask the new school to do what we call a transfer of I-20.
Transfer has to be done. Okay, so visa is not school-based. It's more like...
No, the visa is a DS for student visa. It's called duration of stay. So it goes by your I-20. As long as you do everything compliant with the service on the I-20, the visa stays. So just make sure that they don't fall back on the previous school. Then they will be out of the I-20 and the service cuts off. Then the whole thing will be a problem. They'll have to leave and come back and things like that.
Okay. So how long is the duration? What sort of visa you get when you come on student? Like how many years? Is it like 3 years?
No, it doesn't work this way. The DS, it's usually, it can go up to 5 years sometimes. It's a DS. DS means as long as you're in school, but there will be expiry date on the stamp. So each is different depending what school they're going to. Okay, it's a DS. That means it stays as long as you maintain everything compliant with the school here. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So, duration of stay. It's a little bit tricky, but that's the way it goes. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hi. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Thank you. So, my question is, I'm on L1 actually. So, I got my H1B back in 2013. And I didn't join so they revoked my petition. So, now the same company to hire me.
Your phone is cutting off. You say you got an H1B in 2013, right?
Yep. And
yeah,
I was on
and
L1
then you
at
did.
that time, and I'm still on L1.
Okay. So are you in the United States or are you calling from India?
I'm in the United States.
Okay, and what visa did you stay? You stayed on your L1. You didn't move to the H1, right?
Yeah, and I got it renewed again. I went back to India and I got it renewed again. L1.
What did you get renewed? The H1?
L1.
Oh, the L1. Okay. Yeah, if you want to benefit, even the company revoked the H1, you still made it to what we call the cap exempt. So if now you want to move to H1, only thing you need to do is to transfer it, but make sure that the time is left because the time that you spend on L1 is subtracted on the H1. So let's say you spend 6 years on the L1, which usually, depending on the situation, then you have a problem because you will not be able to get any time left on the H1 because the L1 will eat the time on the H1. So as long as you have time on the H, you can revive that H, just do a transfer with another company, or have the same company amend the petition and have you get back to them.
Okay, so what I asked them to do to file it again this year, and which they have done, I haven't heard back from the lottery system yet. So I'm not. I just to be on safer side.
No, you didn't have to. You didn't really have to do that. But it's very hard for me to tell unless I calculate the time. Give me a call at the office. I can calculate the time for you to a consultation because that takes at least another half an hour, 45 minutes to calculate. But if you calculate the time and you're right, and you have not used a full 6 years, then you don't need a new H1. You can use that old H1 and revive it. Okay.
But it was never active, so that's the confusion.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Once you get in, it's like a circle. You're inside the circle.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm listening. Yes, I'm listening to you.
Hi, this is Manjit Bose. I am calling regarding my wife did a petition for her sisters 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They sent us a letter for decision, maybe for hearing, but later they want to proof of a relationship. We got a letter after that decision date last month, 19. So what can we do right now? We have to reapply new one, or we have mentioned that one, or we have to reply new one again with mention.
Did they deny the case already?
No, they did not deny the case. They sent us letter. We need a proof of relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's called an RFP.
We received the letter very late after the decision date. I don't know what's going on, but
if you didn't answer on time, the case probably got denied. You probably moved your address. That's why. So what can be done? You can do two things. You can, if you still answer that, they might accept it, or you might want to check online what is the status. If not, give me a call, then we can file what we call a motion to reopen. And if that doesn't work, then you have to refile. But usually this is a good point you brought. Whenever you guys file a petition, even you're a U.S. citizen, especially if you're filing for family, make sure you let USCIS know that you're moving your address, because sometimes they send what we call request for evidence, and that doesn't get forwarded. And if it doesn't get, because by law, government papers doesn't get forwarded to the mail. and then you miss the deadline. And once you miss a deadline on what we call a request for evidence, that letter that you're talking about, you're pretty much out of the game. But there's something called motion to reopen. It can be done, but it's kind of a little bit costly. If you want to do that, give me a call at the office. I can reopen it. But first check if they deny it. If they didn't deny it, you don't have to reopen anything. Just wait, okay?
They have a last month hearing date is on 19 in Texas. They sent the letter. We sent it proof in last year in December, but they didn't receive it, maybe holidays or something like that. They sent us a letter. We received letter after 15 days to date of hearing in Texas. So my question, which we have to do, we have to reply new one, or we same time if we have to open the season?
I will not. I told you the answer. It's I have to sit down and look at the dates. If you submit it even late, sometimes they accept it if it is their fault. But if you send it too late, they already denied the case, then you have to file what we call a motion to reopen. But until I see your entire case, I won't be able to answer you. So give me a call at the office. I'll look at it, and I'll tell you exactly what needs to be done, okay?
Oh,
okay?
Can I have a number? Let me call you
number
in the office.
510-742-5887. And our team speak Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi. You can talk to Mandeep there. If you speak Punjabi or Hindi, she will get you an appointment with me, okay? Okay? Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello? Hello? Hello. Let me take another caller. I can't hear this caller at least. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Good afternoon, Shah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Shah. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello. I can't hear. I'm sorry. I think we're having some technical issues. So let me take another caller, Liz. And then if you have any calls, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call our office. We are 510-742-5887. The number to the studio, 408-912-5565. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about a lot of things. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back after those messages. And also we will be talking about what we call debt settlement. And I'm sorry for today. We are having some technical issues probably, and I couldn't hear us probably from my side. And we will be taking your calls. If we can still take the calls, we will be taking. Otherwise, we will be continuing on the show explaining some other issues on immigration. So we'll be back after those messages, and anything I told you today, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. If you have any questions, please contact an attorney. You can contact our office, 510-742-5887. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after those messages.
Is your credit card debt driving you insane? Don't panic and claim bankruptcy. Don't consolidate and end up worse off than before. What you need to do is call the debt settlement team at the Shah Peerally Law Group PC. They have an excellent record of getting your debt reduced at a fraction of what you owe. The best part is you don't pay a penny until a settlement is reached. Stop wasting time and money and call the Shah Peerally Law Group PC at 510-742-5887. That's 510-742-5887. Get out of debt now. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. The law firm does not guarantee success. The new Attorney On Air app is now available to download on your iPhone or Android. Get access to the latest information and interact on the immigration and debt settlement blogs. That's not all. The app has plenty of entertainment as well. Listen live to the Shah Peerally Law radio shows. Go to www.attorneyonair.com to download it for free. Yes, that's right, for free at www.attorneyonair.com. He has given you advice on immigration issues on the radio. He has brought you those same issues to the big screen, and now the man who's been looking out for your well-being brings you the story of a man exiled from his home country, only to find out how much worse his life becomes, seeking refuge in his new one. Shah Peerally presents The Immigration Lawyer, Asylum. Learn how one immigrant's trial and tribulations trying to attain political asylum turns out to be a nightmare he never could have imagined. Read about the courageous immigration lawyers and their fight to help others gain their courage to raise their voices against injustice. Shah Peerally's The Immigration Lawyer, Asylum. Get the book available now on paperback at Amazon.com. Check out the Shah Peerally Law Show every Monday at noon and every Thursday at 10 a.m., where Shah will discuss various immigration topics, provide news on immigration, and take your phone calls live. Only on Daisy 1170 a.m.
If you would like to find out how you can get rid of your credit card debt for a fraction of its value, call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I have on the board with me Liz today. So I will not be taking more callers because I'm having some issues to hear the callers because I'm doing the show on the phone today. I apologize for that. So for those who want a consultation, please call our office, or you can call next Thursday on the show from 10 to 11. And the number to call is 510-742-5887, and the website is splgpc.com. I know I have some callers waiting, and I apologize for that. It's just I cannot hear you properly, so I don't want to give the wrong advice. I mean, not advice, but the wrong information. So please call us at the office for a consultation, or next Thursday, then I will be taking the callers. And anyway, we're close to the end of the show, so I will be talking about some issues. One of them is, of course, the thing that we do is debt settlement. What is a debt settlement? Is for those people who have debts on their head, either their credit card, their sometimes student loan, not every student loan, by the way, sometimes judgment against them, sometimes second mortgages on their houses. We can help you. We can help you with getting rid of those debts, not all the time, but many times, and to a fraction of its value. For example, you owe $100,000 on a credit card. We can negotiate for it, and we can maybe bring it to $20,000, and you pay only $20,000, and they forgive you $80,000. We have done such cases before. Doesn't mean we will get it for everybody, this kind of deal. It all depends on your situation, how much you owe, and what is your financial situation. We can do that for some second mortgages when the house are down, which is not really the case in the Bay Area, but for some houses which are far, they still do it. And we also can do it for people who have had lawsuits against them and they have judgment against them. For example, let's say you own a business and someone fell in your business and they got a judgment against you for maybe $500,000 or something like that. You can call us. We can try to negotiate it and see if we reduce it. What happens if you don't negotiate it or you don't get rid of those debts, especially when they have a judgment against you, they can come after all your assets, including your garnishing your paycheck, including putting a levy on your bank account and putting lien on your property. That's the one that most people are scared of, lien on their properties, because then you cannot sell your property, or if you sell, they get the money also first before you. So we can help you in those aspects, and the website to check is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, one word, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, and you can call our office, same number, 510-742-5887, and you can check with us and we can explain to you. And there's no fee for the assessment on debt settlement. And I repeat that, on debt settlement, we charge you only when we get a deal. But don't confuse that with immigration, ladies and gentlemen, because people call me and say, hey, we do free consultation. We don't really do free consultation when it comes to the office, unfortunately, because the time is precious. We have to take care of our clients. The only time I can really give you free information is on the radio show, but sometimes we can quickly kind of guide you if we can. But just to let you know, we don't do free consultation, so it's not free. There is a fee, but it all depends on your case. Sometimes if we take the case, then we don't charge you. Things like that. It's a case-by-case basis. So give us a call, 510-742-5887. So having said that, now, ladies and gentlemen, since I am not able to take more callers, I was going to talk about something very interesting that is happening in California, which is apart from the H4. Of course, if you need help for the H4, you can call our office. But something that I've been reading lately, and which is becoming a kind of a game, a lot of people are kind of blaming the environment issues on the immigrants, and they have kind of a lot of anti-immigration groups always pin environment issues because immigrants, basically, according to them, are abusing the whole system, which, from my perspective, is not true. For one, we come from countries where we don't really waste because most of us come from countries which are not very rich, and we don't tend to waste. For example, I was listening to a show last week. I think it was on one of those mainstream media, where they were saying immigrants don't understand how to save water, and we have a drought in California. But that's not really true, because if you look at it from a perspective of us coming from countries where we have no choice than to save water, we are not coming here to waste it. It's not true. Having said that, on the contrary, I think they have a lot to learn how to not to waste it from us. So I was thinking maybe we immigrants should get together and do something to help the problem that we have in California. This is a huge problem. They say the drought that has been going on it's been 1,000 years. We have never had such a drought in this country, and we should be able to help by showing people that we immigrants know also how to save water. So anytime you get a chance to save water, please do it. This is not something related to immigration, but related to our immigrant community. I just wanted to pass the word. We need to save water because water is a source of life, and in all major religions that we come from, saving water is a blessing, so we should save it. It's very, very important. Please make sure that we can kind of defy those people who are claiming that it's the fault of the immigrants now. There's a shortage of water, and that's not true, and that's not true at all. On the contrary, I think if we do things right, the way we learned when we were kids not to waste water in this, not to waste water in this, we can actually save a lot of water, and we can actually teach a lot of people in California how to save water. So these are things that are important to us because it goes at the core of immigration. Right now you have to understand there is an immigration group, anti-immigration group, that is going around basically pinning everything which is bad. The economy, whenever it goes down, there's something, jobs, you name it, on immigrants. As much as possible, well, there are negative things, of course, on immigration, but there are a lot of more positive, especially in the Bay Area. If you look at all the good things that are happening in the Bay Area, it's thanks to the immigrant community. Even if you look at big companies like Google, like Microsoft, they are very dependent on those immigrants, and they are creating jobs. So we need to look at it from this perspective, and if we can help on the environment, we should be standing up and show that we can help, show the world and show those people that we are not here to consume, we are here to help too. So this was one message I wanted to pass today. And also, of course, for those who don't know right now, there is something else that is happening, especially on the East Coast, where there was a warning issued by ICE, the Immigration Custom Enforcement, where a group of people are going around threatening students and asking them for $4,000-$5,000 so that they can stay in the United States. Don't panic and start giving them money, okay? Because they will scare you, and they have been doing that for taxes recently. But immigrants are more vulnerable because they're scared. So don't give them money. Talk to a lawyer. If anybody comes to you, say, "Hey, give me money, otherwise you will get deported." Don't give them money, because immigration doesn't work this way. They don't ask for money to keep you here. If you need help, go to a genuine lawyer. You can call our office or call a lawyer that you can see out there on the list, or someone from the state bar. Do not give them money. And I posted something here on one of our blogs called splawforum.com/blog, where there is a warning going on when it comes to that. The same thing they have been doing for a lot of immigrants in the African community, the DV lottery, where they will be asking people for money to to process their cases. When the DV lottery is a free process, you just put your name in there. You don't need a lawyer. Just scan your picture and put it in there. So don't just listen to people who are trying to scam you, because there's no purpose for that. And go to genuine people. You can check people. You can check our law firm. You can check other good lawyers out there. You can go on sites like avo.com, Martindale. Check them and make sure the State Bar, make sure they are real lawyers and they are taking your cases, because a lot of people pretend to be lawyers, especially, unfortunately, in the Spanish community, they do that. But also I've seen it a lot in some of our communities here. They take advantage of people. Some people are just accountants. They pretend to be lawyers and they are doing cases. Some are doing good jobs, but many of them are not. An accountant is not allowed to do immigration work. When it relates to legal immigration work, it's not allowed because it's illegal. And practicing law without a license in California is a crime. And once they get busted, you get busted with them too. So make sure you're hiring a real lawyer. Lawyer license, especially in California, is very important because there are a lot of lawyers who are not licensed in California can still practice. But the truth is that if there's any problem, it's always better to have a lawyer who's licensed in California to handle your case. So having said that, now, ladies and gentlemen, I gave you a bunch of warnings. So make sure that you check the lawyer and check the people who are helping you. And our website, you can check us out, splgpc.com, or just type PeerallyLaw.com. And we are more than happy to help people, and we have helped a lot now, almost 5,000 people we have helped, and we are very proud of it. But at the same time, doesn't mean we know it all. I have situations where I don't know it all, so I have to refer to other people. But most of the cases in immigration, we can help you. We have done a good job. We will help you. And you can call our office, 510-742-5887. And, of course, the big news is the H-4 EAD I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to close with the same. The H-4 EAD is the H-4 work permit. This is the thing that you have heard me for years been pounding my head against the wall to make this happen, and with the help of many people out there who have signed the petition, who supported it, who went to the newspaper, especially Rashi, who has been really at the forefront of this. And the truth now is coming, and of course there are glitches coming also at the same time. Hopefully it will not be blocked, and the law is coming out on May 26th, and people will be able to apply as from May 26th. The instructions, I publish a draft instructions for H4 EAD on that website. It's called h42ead.com. But these are not the real instructions. Those are just a draft. So don't rely on that. I publish that for people to get an idea, and you will see the disclaimer there. The website is h42ead, h4toead.com, or just call us at the office if you need help. We're not charging much for those, but at least you will know you're in good hands with us. 510-742-5887. We're almost done with the show, ladies and gentlemen, so I wanted to thank you all for listening. And anything I told you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And the website, splgpc.com. splgpc.com or Peerally Law, or you can tap my name, Shah Peerally, and you Google it, the name will appear, and you can get my website and my phone number. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to thank you, and I apologize today for some of the technical issues I was having with my phone. And next, on Thursday, hopefully I'll be live from 10 to 11. You can ask your question then, or you can call us at the office again, 510-742-5887. Thank you, Liz, for being on the board with me. Keep listening to KLOK, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank you all for being very faithful listeners. It's been 5 years now. We have this show, and more than 5 years, and people keep listening, and I'm very proud of that. And tell your friends, and check us, and don't forget to sign our petition to reduce the EB2. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. We'll be back on Thursday.